Ring paid $300 million for Wishbone's assets. I believe they took over January, February. On the left column, the green is Wishbone in January of 2019. Right column, yellow, is those assets in November of 2019. The very far right is what they've done since. Ladies and gentlemen, Ring Energy, the assets they bought, have had a 35% drop in production. 35% in 1 year. This is why you cannot PV10 freaking production. You just cannot do it with these horizontal wells. 35%. To put in terms, that's over $100 million out of the 300 million. That's a lot of freaking money. 35% less production now. How much would this deal cost? You just saw Alta Mesa was bought out for 300 million. They're producing a hell of a lot more for what they paid for 300 million. Granted, they're in bankruptcy, but still, $300 million, and they have lost 35% of the production. You have leases just massive hemorrhaging. And you can go down the list. If you want it, I'll put my email. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. This is Texas. They do have New Mexico, but it doesn't matter. And the more important moral of this story is Ring Energy is drilling these wells and saying that it's different. It is not different. This is horizontal, point blank. It's horizontal. It's going to have massive decline curves. Shareholder value is not going to be here because if they don't keep drilling, it goes to zero. Their lease costs are $15 to $25 depending on who you ask, depending on what quarter they're reporting. So you're already at $25 a barrel. These wells that come on at 200 or 300 barrels a day, they're down to 20 to 50 barrels a day within a year. $50 is not happening because of their costs. So in reality, it's $25. So if you're producing 40 barrels a day at 25, that's not a lot of cash every day. That is not a lot of cash. Also, I got a video coming up showing how much water they're disposing of. They have a crap ton of water. They say it's only 10 cents a barrel. I highly question that. It's not 10 cents a barrel, it's a lot more, but as you know, they can mess with the numbers to make it look better. The hydrogen sulfide, 10 cents a barrel is not happening. There is a lot of work here, but I'm telling you right now, this was a horrible buy. This was a desperation buy on them to bump up their production. They said their pilot program started, and hopefully they're, cash flowing pretty good. Well, they're still not cash flowing because their wells are tanking. This is a bad stock to be in. They're in a lot of debt. They've got a big nut to turn paying on that debt. And by May or June, SunTrust Bank is probably going to start getting ugly with them because it's just not producing what they say it's going to produce. These decline curves are no joke. Look down here at the bottom. 35% of your production that you bought is gone. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So if you own this stock, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't. This is probably as bad as Atlas that then turned to Titan. They went bankrupt. I'm as bearish on this as I am Apache. And everybody knows I don't like Apache. Ring Energy is in trouble. and this is only the beginning.